Good morning, and welcome to Winter Peg. Yeah, our winter storm is started last night, and we are all white out there, more or less. Yeah, we're not going to be seeing the sunrise this morning, that's for sure. And I think the walking right now is a little bit heavy. It wouldn't be walking, it would be trudging. So I don't think we're going to be seeing the walkers today. And I didn't see them yesterday either. So I don't know. Maybe they moved. Maybe they got sick of doing this. I mean, people get sick of doing stuff, you know. Well, here's an example. A few years ago, there was a YouTube creator that I used to sort of follow. And then one day I got sick of him. And I think it's that way with me. People, after a while, that they get sick of me. And they quit watching. That's the way it goes. I don't have a problem with that. I understand fully how that works. Anyway, now, if you remember, we left off yesterday's episode, and the idea was I was going to try and find out, what these guns were all about. Turns out they're not guns. Well, they sort of are. They were what the sailors, the crew used to use to practice on. It was a practice gun, a dummy gun. And I do remember thinking it's got sort of a really short little barrel, you know. But at least I know now what that piece of photo etch is kind of supposed to be, because I did find some drawings in Stefan's book that I think are of it, which I will show you right now. Okay, let's carry on here today and get these little pieces of photo etch on, and there's a couple of other little plastic parts I think that have to go on these practice guns, or practice loading machines or something. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, let's move on. Okay. Now, we still have these two pieces of photo etch to put on each one of these. We'll just do one on camera here. And I've concluded that this piece that we were looking at here yesterday is supposed to represent some sort of a basket affair that hangs down underneath the simulated gun barrel. At least that's what I'm assuming it's supposed to be. Okay, we got to get let me get this out of the way here. I'm going to put ourselves a little droplet of CA quick setting right there. And I don't have to hold this in place very long. It might just let me find it. Where is it here? I'm just going to push stop for a minute. Now, I don't want to waste this stuff because it is kind of expensive, and I've only got the one small bottle of the CA thin. I've got a large bottle. Okay, now we're going to be wanting to put a little bit of this. Let me get this over here so that you can see. And we're going to want to try and put just a little bit right here. You know, I just had a thought here. I'm wondering if I should maybe fasten this thing down somehow so that it doesn't move, because once I start poking around on it like this, I'm probably going to get it out of the field of view. So just bear with me. I'm going to tape it down onto something. Probably won't be the manual. Okay, I've got a piece of masking tape stuck on my plexiglass here. And this is the plan. Okay, I don't think that's going to move around now. No. Now, maybe what I should be doing here is doing some kind of a dry run. How am I going to be able to grab onto this thing and release it in exactly the right place, like right there, actually? That might work. Let's try it again. Okay, now can I gently release? I think I probably can. Yeah, okay. Now we'll get our CA thin quick setting. Whoops. Well, it worked twice before, now it won't work. All right. We'll just, excuse me, I'll reinforce it from the other side after this cures, which is probably right about now. Yeah, this quick setting is really good for something like this. And I'll use some CA thin on the other side. Okay, may as well tell you, when I was turning it over, I accidentally broke it off and had to re-glue it back on. Anyway, we do have it turned over now, and I am not going to use the CA thin. I'm going to use the quick setting, and I'm going to try and be careful here if I can to just let it run down onto the photo etch. I don't want to touch the photo etch because I'll probably break it off again. I think we're getting it. Just so that it I think maybe just one more here. Okay, I think that's going to be good. As long as I don't bump it on something, it's not going to fall off. Now we have a couple of more pieces that we have to put on here. This K1 should be fairly easy because you can see there's a positioning pin that's going to be dropping into a slot right there. However, that is a little bit more difficult because it's hard to tell from the manual here how this is supposed to be bent at this folding line. It appears that, okay, you can see there's like a little tongue here. I'm just touching it right now. That goes into this little slot. But how much do we bend this? And I wonder what is it supposed to represent? See, we're supposed to take it from this shape, which it is right now, and bend it into this shape, which doesn't look a whole lot different. Maybe just very slightly that way, if you know what I mean. I don't think it's going to really matter. I don't think it's supposed to be at 90 degrees or anything like that. I think this thing is just supposed to angle a little bit. Maybe I should look at those photos that I inserted earlier and see if I can find a part on this. Well, those drawings, Stefan's drawings, they really don't look anything like this. At least the back part of it's altogether different. Okay, I'm at my computer right now, and I want to try and find out what it is that we are trying to bend that piece of photo etch into. And I think that this is the way I'm going to try and do it. Okay, first of all, let's get the files in that I just took. This shot of me grinning at you, well, that's the last thing I edited out. I have to add everything else here now. And this one, wait a minute here. Because I'm trying to do this on camera, I am really flubbing it up, aren't I? Okay. Now, I think we need this file too. Oh, no, I don't. This one right here, that's the shot of the surveillance monitor. Okay. You're getting a lot more information than you actually need. Okay, let's drag it in there. Okay, so we got all those in there. But what we want to do here is look at these. Okay, so there's that one. Okay, I think I actually see it there. That one. See if I find a better one. Yeah, that kind of shows it too. Let's just take this one here. We'll put it into the timeline. And now, see if I can move in on this. Okay, this is what I think we are actually trying to bend. And here's the bend. So you can see it's not much of a bend. So that, yeah, okay, that's kind of what I thought Trumpeter was trying to tell us to do. But you know, their artwork is sorely lacking, you might say. Their parts fit together good, but whoever does their manuals, they they must outsource it or something. Anyway, yeah. And we may as well do this one while we're at it. Okay, now, just in case somebody is wondering, these things right here, these are not needle nose pliers, they are simply tweezers. But because you are moved in so close, it appears to be pliers. But here's perspective, okay? Now, I'm going to want to do these two together so I get the angle the same. And we'll just raise that up just a little bit here. Now I am looking directly over top and I can see where the bending line is, and I think that's going to be just about right. And for this one here, okay, now I think if I clamp it down, now unfortunately, maybe I made a mistake there. Maybe I should do this one separately. I'll just get it out of the way for the time being. And we'll clamp this down here. Now remember, these do not have to be bent up very much. Just a little bit. Probably about, I'm guessing about 15 degrees. Can I get underneath there? Okay, just a little bit. Yeah, I think that's going to do. Alright, now we'll get them out of there. Very carefully. That's not careful. Hey. Okay, we got it. Now this one here. Now the reason I didn't want to do this one at the same time is because I had it off to the side here. And if I find that if the breaker bar doesn't push down evenly on something, it kind of rocks, and then one side will be higher than the other side. And some pieces will be clamped in good and some pieces won't. Okay, now this one here, maybe I've got it in just a little bit too far. Okay. Like that. Now put that out of the way. And we will come underneath here. Got some food or something on there. Sorry, Andy. Okay, now we're going to go up at 90 degrees for this one. Okay, that's about 90 degrees. Okay, there we go. All right, see if we can get these pieces on our part now. Now, should I maybe be doing a dry run here? I think that'll work. Wonder if it would stay if I very carefully put it like this. Yes. Now if I don't sneeze, it should stay there. Okay. Now, let's try and grab it a little bit from the top if I can. Because I don't want the... Oh, I knocked it over. Well, I guess I didn't need to tell you that. Okay, what I had wanted to do was just try and grab it at the top in case the CA... There, I got it. Okay. All right. Let's just let that cure like that, and then I can reinforce it along the sides afterwards. Got a little bit of curing agent here on one of Gabe's swabs. That's probably all we're going to need to get it, to kick it in. Oh, speaking of Gabe, I've got to talk about that. Okay, now we are looking at the underside where nobody's going to see it, so if we sort of get a little bit of CA built up under there, it's not going to matter too much. I just don't want to break this off accidentally. Camera. Oh, and I did. Oh, no. Let's get it off there before it glues itself on there. Honestly, it's sticking in the wrong place. And it's probably going to stick to the tweezers now. I didn't wait long enough. Okay, this time I'm going to wait. Now, I'm sure that most of you will remember, several months ago now, our friend Gabe, who put me onto those swabs that I keep calling Gabe swabs, made up a bunch of 1/200 scale sailors, figures for the ship. And undoubtedly there's been people wondering, why is it that you didn't put them on? Well, what I was doing is I was waiting until after I renovated my case to accommodate the fourth ship. But now that I have decided that I'm going to build another case for the Yamato and the Iowa here, well, it doesn't make any difference. I didn't want to have to take the plexiglass cover off of my case, which is difficult to do because my case is kind of shrunk, and I didn't want to do it twice. So I was going to do everything all at one go, you might say. But I think, I could go ahead and put these on anytime and close the case up, and they never have to open it again until, well, we don't want to talk about until. Okay, all right. I just wanted to mention that. So, Gabe, if you're listening, I have not forgotten these, and I do appreciate them, and I am planning to put them down. It'll probably be in the near future now. Anyway, okay, let's get back to what we're doing here, and possibly we can move into the next step today. I'm just going to go ahead now and do the other. Oh, wait a minute. We got to put the plastic piece on that, don't we? Now, I can just barely see the little place there where this has to drop into. And could be having this extra light coming in from the side to cast a shadow is maybe going to throw everything for a loop here. Maybe it's not such a good idea. If I could just get this down kind of in the right place. I think that's it. Whoops. How does that? Whoa, bumped it here. Trying to get myself down at an angle so I can see in from the sides. It looks pretty good. All right. Let's let it meld with quick setting here. I would think it's probably there's enough there that's going to have a melding effect. There is for sure now. Now I know it looks like there's a lot on there, but that will evaporate. And it's going to make sprue goo where those two parts are touching each other. Okay, it is just past noon here now. I am going to, you might say, quickly but carefully do this other one. We got to get the two pieces of photo etch on, and also one of these little round things right here. Okay, then this piece here, I believe we have to put this on the top of it, and this piece here we have to put this piece of photo etch. Okay. No use talking about it because it won't happen if I talk about it. So probably be seeing you back here in, well, what time we got? 2 minutes after 12? Just for the fun of it. Let's see how long it takes me to do this, and I'm not going to rush it. Mind you, it won't make any difference. I don't suppose I can do much worse than I did on this one here. Okay, I realize the clock is a little bit out of focus, but it took about 25 minutes, I guess, altogether, up until right now. And this should actually be a snap. I don't see how we can go wrong here. Now, may as well get this one out as long as we're doing it. And I don't know if this is one of those things that has to go, yeah, I think it is directional. It could be put on the wrong way. But let's just check the manual here and see. Oh yeah, we got little detailing thing going on right there where my fingernail is. So whereas it's not on, oh, and then something's supposed to plug in up there. Did we get that piece? I don't know. So let me recompose here. I'm getting clumsier and clumsier. Maybe I should use the Tony's tweezers. Where are they? Alright. Yeah, this will be better. Now I can see the pegs. Should fall into place there. There we go. There we go. Okay, now. That should be good. Now, I don't remember getting the piece that goes in that hole there. I think it, what was it, L? Where are we here? It's L1. Let's check the L sprue. I was kind of worried. I was afraid that maybe we got it and I'd lost it. Okay, now there is a positioning pin on the bottom of this little flange. So I don't want to nip right there. I want to nip back here. Okay, there we go. Now I remember when I was a kid seeing these sort of antennas on aircraft. And they're sort of a directional thing, like a direction finder, so to speak. And I could be wrong. I think our friend Tony from Tony's Tweezers, I think he would know because he's big into radio. So would it be called a dipole antenna? I think that just wants to stay in there all by itself. So that's good news. Let's just get a little bit of glue here going. And okay, and according to the manual, it's supposed to be in the same orientation as the keel. But I think in reality, it probably would rotate this way and that way. Now it just seems to flop over this way and that way. Why won't this go right? It was sitting there all by itself. Now, okay. Maybe put a little bit of downward force on it. Don't want it to stick to my finger either. Maybe I don't have enough glue on there. Oh my, I was getting dangerously close to our photo etch there, wasn't I? It's not quite straight, but I don't think it would really matter. Okay. Yeah, we're going to be able to see that. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, now this piece for the flag locker. It looks the same no matter which way is up. I just checked it. And it seems to me that the last time I did this, I put on way too much glue. So let's see if I can get it to wedge into place there first. In fact, one of the viewers says just put a little bit of glue on it and then the paint will hold it in place. And I can really understand that. Okay, I think I've got it more or less pressed down where it's supposed to go. At least I think I do. Oh, careful for our photo etch on that other piece there. Okay. Is it going on? Have I got any on there? Doesn't seem to be coming off. I think we got a little problem going on here. There. Okay. It's in place now. Alright. I could actually see it on that edge. Okay, now let's just leave that, and we'll allow the paint to hold it in place later. Okay, we have all the pieces done now for step 27. And I was intending to put this piece, our antenna, there on the top of the ship to see how it fit. But I think we'll wait until after it's painted. Now, when I say done, we've got them all put together, but they're not painted, of course. But I'm not gonna paint them now. We'll move on to step 28 and see if there's any other pieces that we can, put together and then paint them all at the same time. And so far I've been lucky. I haven't broken any of our photo etch off anywhere. But I'm going to call it quits for today, folks. So thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we'll be seeing you tomorrow.